update on the Frederick Kumi case, aka Abu Trica. Now, as we all know, he was taken to the US on the 9th of this month, and according to them, he's facing charges with an alleged romance scam. Now, the US Attorney Office has put out a press release. Now, in their press release, they gave an entire explanation to the whole situation, but I am just going to give us a summary so we understand the situation on ground. Now, according to their press release, they're saying that he has been charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering conspiracy. The US also alleged that he's part of an international romance scam, where it is said that they target elderly victims and they use AI fake identity to talk to them. And through that, they trick their victims into falling in love and confiding in them, so much so that they start to request money for emergencies, asking for gifts, for the elderly individual to receive gifts or their victims to receive gifts. And this amount totaled to $8 million. Now, it is being said that the money was allegedly being posted through the companies in Ghana and also bank accounts here in Ghana. Now, it's being said that the authorities have also seized some of his properties. We're talking his mansion, expensive cars, including his Tesla, the BMW, and a few others. Now, as it stands, Kumi is still an innocent person, or is still not guilty until he's proven guilty. But if he's found guilty, he faces up to 20 years imprisonment. Now the case is still, or is yet to proceed in the US court. That's the federal court. Now, a video posted by GR Africa gave us a breakdown to the whole situation. In there,
I know there's been a lot of discussion about Kumi and his age. Federal prosecutors say that he's 31, so that is the age that we are using for our reporting. Now, Kumi was extradited from Ghana to the United States, and on Friday, July 10th, he appeared in U.S. District Court before Judge John R. Adams. He's been charged with 2 federal counts. Count 1, conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Count 2, money laundering conspiracy. Now, Kumi pled not guilty to those 2 counts lodged against him by the U.S. government. Now, Mr. Kumi has an attorney based in the United States that is representing him. I spoke with this attorney by phone. He told me that he had no official comment, but that he was looking forward to reviewing discovery in the case. A little bit about this indictment from federal prosecutors. It is 8 pages, and it lays out the argument from prosecutors representing the U.S. government. And it alleges that Mr. Kumi, along with Daniel Youssef, were allegedly engaged in a fraudulent romance fraud scheme. So here's what prosecutors said in their indictment. They said that the perpetrators found victims on social media and other platforms, such as dating websites, and initiated these sort of online relationships based on false pretenses. The victims were often elderly individuals, and the personal relationships were romantic in nature. This is according to the indictment, but physically remote. Now, the perpetrators often engaged in extensive conversations with victims, including through telephone calls and text messages, over email and messaging platforms, gaining the victims' affection and trust. The perpetrators then requested money and other things of value from the victims under false pretenses, often claiming that the funds were for an urgent need, such as costs associated with a medical emergency, for furthering the relationship, such as travel costs, for meeting in person, or for investment purposes, such as assisting the perpetrators in completing a lucrative transaction, the indictment says. Relying on those and other misrepresentation, perpetrators then convince victims to send and transport money and other things of value, directing funds to be sent and transported to co-conspirators, often with those co-conspirators represented to be and posing as third parties. So prosecutors say that Kumi and Youssef used artificial intelligence, online identities for the alleged purposes of defrauding elderly Americans. Now, it's important to mention That Kumi again was in court on Friday, July 10th, pled not guilty to both counts that were lodged against him. And again, his lawyer had no comment, but was looking forward to reviewing discovery in the case. Two important dates to mention here. Court records show that a pretrial conference is scheduled for August 25th, 2026 at 11:30 a.m. And according to court records signed by Judge Adams, the court will not accept a plea agreement after that pretrial date. As for the trial, that has also been set as well, and according to court records, will take place on September 8th, 2026 at 9 a.m. Of course, I'm providing updates on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, really all over the place.
They indicated that Abu Trica is scheduled to face the federal court 25th of August, 11:30 a.m., while his trial will start September 8th, 2026. Now, from other updates, Abu Trica is said to have pleaded not guilty to the charges, and like I rightfully said, until he's proven guilty, he's still an innocent man. But when this video was shared, a few reactions. Now, people had different reactions, especially after DR Africa posted the updates on their page. Now, someone said, America is trying to force Abu to take a plea deal, or your man still standing on business. True. It's really sad because Abu Trica is one of the few people that a lot of us thought his case was a done deal. But as it's looking now, it is looking like he still has to fight. And from all the updates we have, it is as though his legal team over there, because the legal team here, or those that were in Ghana, are not the same people representing him outside. He now has a new attorney, and they are working hard, extremely hard, to prove that the man is not guilty. Someone also said, what about America's fraudulently looting countries around the world for their resources? When is America going on trial? Someone said, you see the reason why these fraudsters need to avoid social media. You see, they are showing all the videos of his lifestyle on American news channel. Genuinely, we don't know how deep this case is going to run. But from what we know, it's going to be a really tough one. Probably when it was in Ghana, it was something we could handle. But since it has been transferred out of our jurisdiction, it's going to be a tough battle. Hopefully, he is able to prove that he is not guilty and then come back home. But until then, we'll bring you guys more updates when we have them. This has been What They Go On here at the Yo Charlie Studios. We'll catch you on the next one.